name is Rashad Walker, and I served in Immokalee with the Immokalee Soccer School, and this is my second year.
My name is Sharon and this is my second year as an HM volunteer. My first year I served in Immokalee, and this year I will be in Miami. And I learned about the HM volunteer program through the AmeriCorps website. When I graduated, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. So I was like, I'll take a year's service, and I went on the AmeriCorps website and found HM. And it was the only site or one of the few sites in Florida, and I knew I wanted to be somewhere sunny and completely immerse myself in a community, and Immokalee seemed to be the perfect option for me.
In school I studied language, and coming to Immokalee allowed me to learn a new language to deal with the Spanish population, the Haitian population, and they have immigrants from Mexico, Guatemala, and Haiti. So I wanted to continue immersing myself with the cultures and hopefully use language as a foundation for my career interests.
And I studied environmental studies and Spanish language. I did a double major, and I wanted to combine both my interests and what I was serving the community. And I learned that, in Immokalee, I was able to do both. I was able to explore environmental issues that affected the community, and at the same time I was practicing my Spanish skills, not only speaking it but writing it as well. And I would work with Guatemalans, from people from Honduras and from Mexico, and so it was a great way for me to merge both my interests, and I was able to do that at my two different service sites.
Well, the kids, they are children of immigrant parents, and their parents work long hours in the sun and in the field, and that leaves the kids with a lot of time to raise themselves pretty much, and the parents rely on us to help give the children some foundation, some positive support where they can grow and not be so much enticed by peer pressure and violence, and to succumb to their environment, so that they can believe that they have greater potential than the hard work of their parents. At the soccer school, we practice soccer through soccer practice 2 times a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and we went to a lot of professional games. We studied online with the IXL computer program, and we took an immersion trip to Mexico as a basis for the children to see Mexican culture, the soccer team and players abroad, and be able to connect that to their future job interests and their future job goals.
And I had 2 service sites. One was in the mornings. I volunteered at the University of Florida, and through that university they have a program called Farm Labor Management, and they offer this sort of certificate to people who work in the fields, farm workers, people from human resources. My job was to review these courses, translate a lot of material. Some of the courses were wage and hour, human resources, pesticide safety, and the people would learn about different policies and rules that they may not necessarily know about. And then in the afternoons, I volunteered at the Guadalupe Center at the after-school program. I was the after-school teacher, and for second graders. With these students, most of the time, these are at-risk children who are either behind in their grade or just need that extra help. For me, the biggest surprise was to see how much, how big the agricultural sector is. And you know, you can buy your produce at the store but may not realize where it comes from and how much work it takes to produce, for example, that little tomato or that orange. And to see that that there's nonprofits in Immokalee and people there to help them in between, you know, all the sweat and all the work and all the issues that surround migrant farm workers, there is some hope and there is help.
What struck me the most was just that the community was so diverse. It's different from where I'm from. I'm from the South, Georgia, and so I'm not used to experiencing so many immigrants from Haiti, Guatemala, and Mexico. And also just hearing about the experience of the farm workers and how that they have to live a different lifestyle. I heard about some of the conditions that they face, medical conditions, and how it wears and tears on their bodies by the time they get 50, 60. And it made a lot of the kids emotional to even talk about what their parents had to go through in terms of work. It made me eager to find a way to help the families through their children.
For me, what I would like people to know about farm workers is that they are hardworking people, very friendly, welcoming, and you know, they mean no harm at all, and that, you know, we need to see them as people who are just looking for a better future, not only for themselves but especially for their children. And you know, sometimes we forget that.
I would like people to know that immigrants are people just striving for a better life. They are mothers, brothers, sons, and if they're given some of the same opportunities, they could be better citizens. They're not just people who are trying to take advantage of the country. They're possible people who can give back to America, and they help to make America a more diverse. I think that makes us a better country.